Will your thumbnail some unattractive some pictures of this goddess? I already did. I already did, man. From Cheesecake Factory, and that was the look along with the. Yeah, and we're gonna keep just a real open kind of conversation about Catherine today. Fallen enslaves us all. We're just gonna kind of keep a real open dialogue about her, and we're calling this stream the Art of the Scam, Crickology 101. So, all right, everybody. In order for you, first of all, you have to go to Tanzania. Okay, you got to go to Tanzania. Welcome everybody. Hit that like and subscribe. Let me know you're here. Give you a shout out, Daniela, Jessica. We're gonna talk Crickology 101. Okay. Crickology 101. What does it take to be a crickster, a Catherine Crickster? Okay. First of all, you got to be from upstate New York. You got to live your entire life in a bubble, and basically be told yes your entire life. That's number one. Okay, that's number one. Number two, you need to go to Tanzania, and you need to completely just give up your dignity, your worth, your self-esteem over to some dipshit named Jor Davy. Once you do that, you can become a prophet, right? You can become a prophet, and then you can come back to America and call yourself an apostle and a prophet and say you're out here to heal the nations and save the world. But what Catherine Crick is actually doing is scamming the entire fucking Christian community around the world. She's not just doing it in America, everybody. She's doing it around the fucking world because she's online. Hey, Ella, how you doing today? Good to see you, Ella. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I think it was you that asked me if I was going to do a live today. And I thought about it, and I'm like, yeah, you know what? Let's do one just before she goes live. That way she eventually tunes in and she hears us talking shit about her and how much of a degenerate fucking con artist she is. Because really, what is Catherine? She's a fucking greedy con artist. She's a con. She is a fraud. She is a professional fucking thief. She just figured out a good way to do it, and it was with religion, right? Because Catherine, exactly, yeah, Catherine, you take all this shit away. Catherine would be better off flipping burgers at fucking McDonald's, everybody. She would be. Catherine would be better off flipping burgers at McDonald's or back being a lifeguard somewhere, not fucking being an apostle, because she's a fucking grifter. She is a thief. Catherine, you got all these riots going on in LA right now. Why aren't you out there trying to fucking help them? No, she doesn't. She has no substance as a human. Exactly. Daniela, I've been watching the Elizabeth Holmes depositions and shit, man. If Catherine is ever deposed, it'll be like another Elizabeth Holmes deposition. Just sit there all fucking wide-eyed like, I didn't know. Not blink the whole fucking time. I don't know. I'm just not sure. I don't know. What's up, Asia? Hit that like, man. Let me know you're here. We're talking Crickology 101. And we're just keeping an open dialogue about Catherine right now. If anybody's got questions, comments, concerns, by all means, put them in the chat. Let's talk about it. I was kind of talking about what you got to do in order to be Catherine Crick. You got to go to Tanzania. You got to spend a bunch of money. And then you got to go up and give your dignity up to Jor Davy in order to be Catherine. Let's see if they fixed the messages yet. Nope, YouTube's still all fucked up, of course. Just like everything else in the world, YouTube's fucked up. She's going to be going to London soon. And we keep telling people, like, don't have her over to your countries. Kick her out. Get her the fuck out. Don't invite her. Don't have her. Because the thing is, she's going to come and clean out your people. London, watch out. Be careful. She's coming. She's coming. And she doesn't care about you guys. She's going to take the money and run. And that's what it takes to be Crickology. You take the money and you run. She's cleaning out churches. Why do you think, again, people, why do you think Catherine hasn't been invited back to churches since what? Have you seen her with any other pastors? No. If it's going to be something, it's going to be overseas, or she's going to be putting on the show herself, because Catherine is growing broke. It's all that's left at this point. Going broke, fucking, her books aren't selling. And it costs money to print those books, okay? Yeah. It's not God's will for her. Yeah, that's why again, that's why she won't have kids either, Daniela, right? Cuz she can't share a platform. So I'm not going to have kids because you know what? I'm jealous already. I can't do that. Catherine would get jealous of herself giving her own kid attention. That's how jealous of a person is. Catherine would be so jealous of her child getting attention from her that she would just like, she would probably just stop taking care of herself just so she could stop taking care of her child. Well, the thing is Catherine doesn't want to be out anointed, right? If she goes out anointing people, well, people are going to start taking Catherine's steam away and start doing the same thing Catherine's doing, and you can't have that, right? That's why Catherine gets all butthurt. Well, that's a problem for Catherine. That's a problem for Catherine because that's a problem, yeah. That's a problem for Catherine, anointing 100 people because now it's a competition. All these people are going to be like, oh, my apostle anointed me. But Catherine's be like, oh, well, you're not as anointed as me because I gave the anointing. I out anoint you, okay? It's really is. It's a pissing contest for Catherine. It's who's more anointed. It's who's more anointed. That's it. Catherine, that's all you do every day is get up and think of how to basically out anoint people because you think you're this great prophet and you're not, Catherine. You're a fraud, Catherine. I'll challenge you to any of her followers to a debate, any of her little fucking cult cronies, any of them. No, she doesn't. She doesn't want anybody to have personal agency. Like Heather, Daniela, Heather is competition for Catherine. Whether people would think so or not, no. Heather is competition. Heather just gets up there and fucking blows smoke up Catherine's ass just because Heather thinks Catherine likes her and she doesn't. Heather's actually competition too. So Heather, if you think Catherine likes you, think again because she doesn't like you. You're competition to her. And the fact that you think that she likes you is, I think that's even more funny, Heather. Because you're going up there, oh, she's my apostle and this and that, and she doesn't even like you. She'll kick you to the curb, Heather. She'll fucking, Heather, if the house was burning down, she'd probably just sit there and piss on the ashes. She wouldn't even help. She'd wait till the house is done burning down and then piss on the ashes. She'd be like, I put the fire out, everybody. You see that? The holy apostle pissed on the fire and put it out, okay? You see that? Look, house fire's gone now. I pissed on it. That'd be Catherine. Catherine, here's the thing. Psychologically, Catherine is a fucking narcissist, okay? Catherine is a narcissist. She's a sociopath. And I think she's fucking psychotic. I do. There's only one diagnosis for somebody like Catherine, and it's fucking psychosis, man. High functioning autism, yeah, we've talked about that. But this goes beyond autism and that type of shit, man. This is deep-rooted psychosis. Like, to go on this long, Catherine, thinking that you're an apostle? Like, come on, man. Catherine, this shit doesn't happen this day and age. It doesn't. It doesn't. You coming out on social media, making it your big fucking the world is mine platform, Catherine, this is exactly why you didn't make it. Hey, yo, what up, Zero Skateboard? Good to see you, bro. Yeah. Yeah, for the best of David E. Taylor, you should take call-ins from us. Yo, Leonard, dude, trust me, man, when I was in the fucking studio before, I welcome call-ins, man. I love doing call-ins, man. I really do. I don't care if you follow the channel or not, man, if you're subscribed or not. I've have welcomed these other scammers to call in, but you know what they don't do? Badass, dude. I just started working 2-0 skateboard. I finally got a job, man. I finally got a job, dude. I'm fucking pumped. I just got off work, dude. I work 5:30 to 2:15, bro. Love it, dude. Got my job, medical coding. Fucking loving it, bro. Yeah. So, yep. I'm off doing a live stream now with you guys talking about Catherine and David and Leonard Perez. You got a good point. No, fuck. I don't care how long you guys call in for. Do you have a story to share? Fuck, bring it, dude. Let's talk about it. Yeah, dude. I'm pumped. Cheers to you too, bro. Cheers. But yeah, man, I love when people call in and give their perspective because to me, it's important when you have other points of views, right? Because that's another person's thought process. That's another person's mentality. Not everybody's going to think the same. Not everybody's going to process things the same. Everybody's going to look at things from a different side of the box. I fucking love other people's perspectives, man. No, not yet, Leonard Perez. Soon. I was just talking to my boss about it today. They're like, we bring in paperwork tomorrow for you to work from home. But yeah, eventually I'll be working from home. But I still have to maintain my job, dude. It'll be my work first, man. My work first. My organization is very good about us. My boss specifically is really nice about if we're up, because some of us get up early, man. Some of us get up early. They're telling us, if you're up, you want to start working, get to work. We don't need to tell you to work. We're paying you. You have access. Go to work. What's stopping you? What's stopping you? Yeah, I had to get rid of the mohawk, man. Yeah, I had to get rid of the mohawk. I gotta wear like dress up and shit, dude. Yeah, I gotta play a part now, man. I do. I got great leaders though, man, and it really does help the transition from going from self-employed to college and being a veteran too at the same fucking time, right? Making that final transition into my final career field, dude. This organization has been nothing but fucking awesome, man. It's great, dude. I love it. I won't tell people where I'm at for obvious reasons, but no, it's great, dude. I love it. Good leaders, good people. Yeah, no complaints. Good benefits. No complaints, dude. But yeah, no, Leonard Perez. I've always welcomed people to call in, man, when they have a story about a cult or they know somebody, maybe your family member has been fucked over by Kenneth Copeland or any of these guys, man. Any of them. The big bombshell on the channel about Katherine one night, Leonard, was when Anthony Lowe called in, man. When my brother Anthony called in, dude. And I think about that guy every fucking day, man. And Anthony, big shout out to you, bro, if you're there, if you're listening. Big shout out to you, dude. Thank you for your bravery and coming out and telling everybody about what Katherine was doing to your life, dude. And she never fucking met you, man. Holy shit. Holy shit, she never met this guy, and she's fucking up a marriage, man. Literally putting a wedge between this guy's marriage that she's never fucking met, man. Imagine doing that. Imagine breaking up a dude's marriage. Kenneth Copeland. Kenneth Copeland, yeah. Imagine breaking up somebody's marriage that you've never met. You don't even know who they are. But your manipulation tactics are so strong that they literally drive a wedge between you and your partner and basically force a fucking divorce. That's power, man. We could do the best David E. Taylor moment. Fuck, whatever, dude. We could do it however. I mean, take your pick, man. Take your pick. I think my favorite one was the one night he was getting trolled, man. And there was some guy, his black guy. It was porn, dude. It was adult shit. And whatever somebody was doing, they were broadcasting some porn on the David screen, and it was this black guy, dude, and he was hung like a fucking donkey, man. I was like, God damn. It's like you could like beat somebody with that thing and kill him, right? And dude had his fucking legs up to his knees, and his ears, or his knees up to his ears, and he was just fucking waxing his carrot, man, just fucking going to town. That was probably my favorite moment. We're like, did we just see that? Oh, I'm sure he did. David's all, man, I'm jealous. David's all, I'm going to dream about that tonight. I think that was my favorite David. Yeah, you remember that one, Chuck Wood? We were all watching it that night. Yeah. Yeah, that was a good one that night. Yeah, some dude was just cracking one off, man. Yep. And the lobster, yeah, he's all, come on, guys. Put the lobster on the camera. That's Chris Combs' favorite. I need to put that as a new summon button for Chris Comb. Come on, guys. Put the lobster on the camera. Oh, man. No, that was a good one. That was a good one, too, Leonard Perez, yeah. He got all fucking butthurt like that dry-ass lobster. You know, somebody was asking me that today. And, you know, let me give the shout-out to the comment, the channel member who left it. They're asking like, "You, what do you mean David can't talk anymore?" I'm like motherfucker, I don't think he could talk, man. Like I literally think. Hang on, let me find this. Ah, shit. Oh, anyways, it was one of the community members, man, and he was like, "What do you mean David can't talk?" I wholeheartedly believe, okay, because of the credit report, because of just you guys, I don't even know how to explain this, and I don't. I know David went to the fucking hospital. Okay, I have the documents still to prove it. I was just looking at them the other day. I saved, I screenshotted the credit report where it shows David went to the fucking ER. Okay, I don't know the date. How was the response to your complaint? Which complaint, Ella? Oh, the death threats? Is that the one you're asking about? Oh, anyways, let me get back to David being sick though. Okay, and then it was kind of a succession of things. All right, it was a succession of events. It was one event after the other. The death threats. You know, after watching that dude and his fucking shit get smoked, it made me worry a little bit. It did, but I know David. He's not going to do anything to me because he would just get arrested. Because I won't go into too much details, Ella, but yeah, I've reported that video pretty far up the chain. I've gone to basically every jurisdiction in Texas and even gone out of state and called local police up where David's from. So I've gone pretty far outside the box to make sure that shit's been reported. Yeah, no, I've done my job. No, and I continue to remind those in charge that they need to do their job. I do. I don't give a fuck. I'll email some people every month and a half or so, be like, hey, I'll shoot them off a link, be like, what the fuck? What are you guys doing? What's up? Same with Katherine. Katherine, you're no different. You're in the same type of deep shit that David E. Taylor is in, only your shit's international, man. You, Katherine, you're fucked. That's all I can tell you with that, okay? Yeah, you're fucked. That's the best way I can say that. You might not think so, Katherine, but the amount of money that you're moving, you're cash smuggling, you're not paying your taxes, you're doing shady shit, you're taking all these lavish trips. You should be giving money back to the community when in fact you're actually fucking smuggling it over to Africa with your little fucking cult money mules, right? That Lauren the Lesser, right? That Uncle Jake did a video about. Katherine, I know what you did with her. You sent her over to fucking drop money to Jor Davy. That's a money mule. You can't go to Tanzania, and you fucking know it, bitch. You know, Katherine. You know you can't go to Tanzania. You know that is a fact. I fucking double dare you to go to Tanzania, Katherine. I fucking triple dare you to go to Tanzania, but I don't think you will. Because I think you know if you go, you'll be fucking arrested when you come back. So, Katherine, as far as her going to Tanzania, I don't think it's going to be happening any longer. The closest she's going to go to Tanzania is probably like fucking the Philippines when Jor Davy went there and they met. That's about it. No way, she's selling art. She's selling art. No way. No way. She's selling art. What a shithead. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and sell this art, everybody, okay? Let me sell this art, and I'm gonna help pay for the Flourish Conference, everybody. God, how horrible is that? Oh, good, all the live messages are coming up, finally, fuck yeah. Cool. She works in a restaurant as a day job. Dude, you should go there and order some food from her. See if you can order some tickets. Damn, 200 euros a piece, huh? Damn, 200 euros is kind of a lot, man. Damn, so she's selling these pieces for Catherine. See, what does that tell you, Daniela? Right, Catherine? Catherine doesn't have the money to put on these conferences herself. She's got to have people do it for her. She's like, I need the money. Will you guys just give it to me so I can do these shitty conferences? Pay for my vacation, everybody. So this chick's literally painting for Catherine's vacation. Yeah. And you know, that's what I say. Nobody here owes me shit, and I don't owe anybody else anything. There's probably a few people I owe some shit to, but it's not like you guys, we don't owe anybody anything, man. Don't ever think that people owe you or you owe people. Right? That's a shitty mentality to be walking around with. Catherine's all, well, they do. People really do owe me, because look at all the anointing that I've done. Hey, and you know what? She is. Ella, let's talk about that. You want to talk about that? This is an open chat about Katherine. You want to talk about how low skilled she is for any job? Absolutely. She absolutely is. She wouldn't know what the fuck to do because she's so socially awkward. You goddamn right she wouldn't fucking know what to do for any job. You're right. She wouldn't. She's college educated, but she wouldn't be able to hold down a fucking job. She wouldn't. She'd be scaring off all the customers first. And then second of all, she would probably try to take over the whole shit. Be like, oh, we got to do it this way. I'm in charge now. The manager would be like, no, you're not. I'm the boss. That would be a conflict for Katherine. But no, Katherine isn't going to have a job. Nope. Even after this, man, even after this takes a big shit, Catherine's not going to get a fucking job. Who's going to hire her? If Katherine Crick goes in for a fucking job interview, they're going to Google her, Katherine Crick. They're going to look at her fucking YouTube and be like, yeah, this chick's crazy. We're not hiring her. Fucking trash can application. Boom. Round filing cabinet. No job for you. I mean, Katherine, Clayton kicked you to the fucking curb on Love at First Kiss. That should be a prime example of how your life is going to turn out. No, she'll never be allowed to be a caretaker. She'll never have kids. Katherine, yo, front stairs 54. Good day, mate. We're talking about Katherine right now, real open conversation and dialogue. You think she'd ever be able to hold down a normal job, 54, or what? What do you guys think? Honestly, do you guys think Katherine holding down a normal job? Let's just say a fucking retail job, something simple, like at Louis Vuitton or some shit. Yeah, exactly. They'd be like, oh, she's bad for business. All right. We got to go ahead and cut you. You've already dropped ourselves the first day. Hit that like, too. Let me know you're here, man. But what do you think, 54? Do you think she could hold down a regular fucking 9-to-5 job? No? That's a solid no for me. Oh, Katherine Crick? Oh, we are. We are, Young Rock. We're working on it, man. Young Rock. Do you think Katherine Crick could hold down a 9-to-5 job? 8 to 5, whatever. You think she could hold down a regular fucking job like the rest of us? Do you think she could conform to the norms of society and be a functioning member and pay taxes, go to work, hold down a household, have kids? Welcome, bro. Hit that like and subscribe, man. It's true. She couldn't. She's a fucking sociopath. I know. She'd be doing deliverances. She'd be like, those are the wrong fucking shoes. You have the demon of the wrong shoes, okay? I know, no way, right, Young Rock? There's no fucking way she would be able to hold down a regular 9-to-5 job like you, me, Daniela, fucking 54. No. She's too used to having everything fucking handed to her. I got rocks. Post-war, you want one? I'll sell this to you for 20 right here, bro. I got a red one right here. You want a red one? Got this one too. Say this one for 50. Hey, post-war. Hey, so this cult leader, Katherine Crick, check her out. Complete sociopath, calls herself a prophet, right? Hey, Javi MMI. Hey, Javi, serious question. Do you think Katherine could hold down a regular job? 9 to 5, post-war. Oh, she was in Cape Town? Okay, yeah. No, we're not. I'm not trying to George Washington Bush. She's claiming she's one, but we know she's not, right? George Washington Bush, can she hold down a regular job if she were forced to get one? That's the topic that we're talking about right now. Could Catherine Crick hold down a job, functioning life, lifestyle, relationship, have kids, you know, pay bills like everybody else? That's the question. If you answer no, then you answer probably correct. Yeah, see, and that's go to her church, make demonstrations. That's what we're trying to do. That's where we're talking Crickology 101, right? Can Catherine hold down a regular job? This is part of Crickology 101. No, she can't. She can't. That's why she's doing what she's doing. Yeah, and you can't protest in a church. You go to jail. You get put in cuffs, dude. I found that out. Not by example, but through research and looking up online. You can protest outside a church, but to go inside a church while service is being given, don't do it. Don't do it, man. That's crossing the line, basically. Okay. You can protest outside all you want. All these theaters she's going to. Okay, topic switch. That's why Catherine doesn't have a static location, right? She's doing all these theaters so we can't protest at her church every Sunday. She's smart. Yes, churches can refuse access by law. Absolutely. Always go to one of her live shows. Absolutely. And you know what? Here's the thing, Ella. You know what I've told her? I'm not, but online here, I told her, it's like, you stay the fuck away from San Antonio because if you come here again, I will be there. I fucking swear to God I will. And I will make a complete fuck of myself. I don't care. You show up here again, I will be there. And that was almost 2 years ago after she came here the first time. I was like, don't you dare show up here again. And she hasn't shown up. She knows I'm here. She knows I'm here, and I will. I'll fucking show up. I'll show up with fucking signs. I'll show up in front of the church, and I will tell everybody about how much of a fucking fraud that Catherine Crick truly is. And so she won't come here. She'll probably go to the outer lying cities, Houston, Dallas, but she will not come back to San Antonio. Nope. She's scared. She knows. Oh, hey, Marilyn, you're so cute. So, hey, Daddy. So, hey, Daddy, can I come hang outside with you? Hi. Hi, pretty girl. You're so cute. So, yeah, Catherine doing the theaters every weekend. She doesn't want people showing up at her church protesting. So, she rents out these theaters, and this ultimately is breaking her. These theaters, they're not cheap, y'all. They're not cheap. She's paying 10 to 12 a week, grand, every Sunday, just to rent out that fucking place, just so she could feel it like she's important. Right on, Kamal boy. I'm white and I don't fucking go to church. Cool. Right on. What up, Kevin G? Hit that like, subscribe, man. Let me know you're here. Right on, Kamal boy. That's cool. You're Muslim. I respect all people's fucking walks. That's cool. Just don't be a dick about it. All right. We're talking about religious cults here, and we're just talking about this cult leader here in America, Kamal boy, that none of us thinks she can hold down a regular job. She can't hold a job. I'm really trying to think, like, if Catherine was to get a job, everybody, like, really think about this. What kind of job would Catherine have? What would she be doing? Javi, we don't need your opinion, because that's cool. Right on, Kamal boy, bitching. I am the Zodiac. I am the Zodiac. He's all, I am the true Zodiac, everybody. That's cool. Right on. That's your belief, man. Right on. Jesus is not God. Cool. I could see Catherine working at like American Eagle or some shit. Yeah, doing maybe OnlyFans or something. You know, maybe doing like a fucking foot page for OnlyFans. I could see her doing that because she's so conservative. That's all she would know how to do is like take pictures of her feet. Carrying garbage for a living is the only job she'd be good at. Yeah. Yeah, she'd be doing like the OnlyFans Christian edition, right? It's all conservative and shit, right? It's like, instead of it's like, it's feet, but it's her painting her nails and shit, right? It's like all conservative. It's like conservative OnlyFans, Christian conservative OnlyFans. And it's Catherine painting her fucking toes. Painting her toes in her hands. Curled up in the fetal position, crying, rock back and forth. Yep. Yeah, Catherine. I mean, imagine Catherine. Imagine Catherine working at like a fast food joint, right, and having to work in the kitchen. We keep telling her that, dude. We keep telling her that. If Catherine went like lingerie status, like, I mean, she could probably do pretty good, man. Yeah, yeah. If she did some tasteful lingerie, like some fucking, what do they call it, boudoir or boudoir, like boudoir shit. Is that what is it? Bordeaux, boudoir, bourgeois, boudoir. I think it is Bordeaux. She could. She could go like real skimpy, right? Dude, she could even do it on YouTube. She wouldn't even need to do it on a fucking on an OnlyFans. Like, dude, there's so many fucking thirst traps out on YouTube. She could do it right here on YouTube. She could be calling like fucking the naturalist apostle or some shit, and she could be like doing naturalist videos and shit. Simple. Yeah. Catherine, I used to be an apostle, a God customer. Just put the fries in the bag. Can I please have my fries? Put the fries in the bag. Don't forget the barbecue sauce. Yeah, Catherine, like Catherine, if she was smart, like she could make a killing on YouTube setting up a little thirst trap for fucking Christian boys. She could. She could set up a Christian thirst trap. It'd be simple. It would be so simple. All she'd have to do is wear like some like flashy clothing as an S&M master. Yeah, yeah. Like imagine Catherine selling her farts in little vials. Selling them for $200. Hey, Joe's Concept Vlogs. What up? How you doing, man? Welcome. Hit that like, subscribe. My name's Rich Holmes. We are talking about Katherine Crick. She's this cult leader out of California. Don't promote your channel here, man. I really don't appreciate that. All right. You want to come here and talk? That's cool. I see your chat name. That's cool. I appreciate it. If you want to be here and chat, don't promote your shit because I don't do that on other people's channels. And it's kind of a fucking unwritten rule that you just don't do it, okay? Yeah. Yeah. Have fucking Catherine bottling her farts in little vials and then selling them on eBay for $200 a pop. Fucking, it's like the holy anointed ass. Yep. Yep. There's some chick that actually got nailed for that, man. Yeah, I'm just not gonna put up with it, man. Yeah, $500 per jar. Well, there was this chick on social media that actually sold her fucking bath water, and a bunch of dudes bought it. And she made a bunch of money off of it. It was like, dude, she made like 250,000. It was a lot of money, and it was all done through PayPal. Well, PayPal ended up refunding everybody their money because like it was a health concern. They're like, no, we can't. I think that's who it was, Belle Delphine. I think that's who it was. Yeah, yeah, it was a real deal, and it was all done through PayPal, right? And PayPal caught wind of it. Is that who it was, Cindy Sweeney? I don't remember the name, man. But there was a couple people who did it, and they got busted, and they're like, no, that's fucking sick, man. Hey, Jacques, oui, oui. Oh, bonjour, Jacques, oui. We were just talking about how Catherine, as a side hustle, she could fucking fart in vials and sell them. Oh, man. No way. So somebody actually did a DNA test on it and it wasn't even her bathwater? Oh, man. Nah, man. Dude, I'm fucking white. You're Muslim. Hey, what up, what up? How you doing? I am. Appreciate you being here. It was just her selling jars of tap water. Everybody got conned out of it. I know, but imagine being Catherine, right? Like selling her farts in vials and then getting like everybody getting refunded because they found out it was like a sham. I could see Catherine doing that, selling her urine in vials or something, man. She would do some weird shit like that. Call it the fucking holy oil and fucking people would be dumping it on themselves. But wherever Catherine is, wherever there's money, let's talk about these scammers for a minute, man. Just in general. Wherever there's money, They're gonna be. There's this other shithead out in California we're talking about too right now. His name's Clayton. He's this real degenerate piece of shit, man. And he's running a full-blown fucking labor operation. Hey, come on, boy. I'm allowed to. It's America, dude. It's a free country. I can swear. I can swear. As long as I don't incite violence, man. I am violating no fucking rules on YouTube. I will swear as much as I want, dude. If you could respect me for that, as I respected you when you came in here and told me you were Muslim, hey, we're off to a pretty good start, buddy, okay? That's how I see it. If you don't like my cussing, by all means, please, you can go to another channel. I don't force anybody to be here, and I don't fucking pay anybody to be here like other channels do. Oh, man. Well, see, you know what, Ella, her whole Louis Vuitton collection is going to be called in eventually. Those bags are fucking $3-5 grand a pop, man. $3 to $5 grand a pop. They're not cheap. But yeah, Kamal boy, my constitution says I can swear. My freedom of speech here in America includes swearing. Okay? I know what I can and can't say. I will say that Catherine's a fucking psycho bitch. And here's the other thing. The whole Jord Davy thing. This is what I don't get. Like, the fact that people don't question the Jord Davy gig in Africa, that, to me, that's another clear sign that Christians clearly aren't thinking, man. Oh, she'll always remember that. Oh, she'll always remember that. The day I called her a psycho bitch. Oh, and it's getting a lot of views, too. It's still getting. Isn't swear... Well, it's a double negative. Swearing, it depends on how you interpret it, man. I don't... Hey, man. I interpret it as yes, you can swear. I interpret it as yes, I'm allowed to swear. You want my opinion about it? Yes, you can swear. And again, it's all a matter of interpretation too, man. That's how I take it. I know she's like, John Todd, can you mute this, please? Chantal, there's somebody here that you need to mute, please? No, let him stay because it helps the channel. It helps the channel. There's trolls on the channel right now, too. There's trolls on the channel from, I think, another church watching right now that we've been exposing. And we're going to keep exposing these ones that we keep finding out about on the back burner that are starting to affect people in the community. And like, no more. No. Yeah, the video. Where she had the masking tape. What is my belief about God? Well, that's, come on, boy. I always say your relationship with God should start with you and him first. Oh, thanks, sir. Appreciate you. Hit that like and subscribe, man. Nah, I'm just doing rough lives right now. I'm not in the studio because I'm training. I'm working and training right now. So I'm technically in what they call shutaway. According to David E. Taylor, I'm in deep, deep shutaway. Okay. But yeah, no, Sarah, she tried to fucking shut the channel down with the fucking lawyer. Nah, fuck her. Fuck her, man. No. I don't care what these people are trying to do. The channel's been fucking threatened twice by lawyers. Each time I've called. Katherine, at one time, how she sent, remember Trip 9, how she sent the cease and desist? Remember? She sent the fucking cease and desist to the channel, that little fucking Wonder Bread bitch, dude, come on. I don't like what this guy's saying about me. I'm going to shut him down. I'm going to get my lawyer after him. That'll show him. In short, she was fucking embarrassed. She was embarrassed. She got embarrassed Ella, in short, she was embarrassed. She got embarrassed. We found out her scam. That's it. Yeah, I'm in shutaway technically right now, so that's why I haven't been in the studio, because I'm in shutaway training for work. No, no. Job's great, man. Job's great, Jacques. It's going really good. Yeah, that's what I say. Hey, would it be worth the time, Ella? Here's the thing, right? When Katherine sent that cease and desist, I knew exactly what to do because I had already dealt with it before with another high-end law firm. The first law firm that I ever got a cease and desist from was David. And it's a very reputable law firm. That law firm that sent me that cease and desist to my fucking door, which was also a threat, right? It was technically a threat. David saying, look, I know where you live. I sent this to your fucking house. I know where you're at, which was fine because it just solidified that David knows who I am. Nothing on David, man. So I ended up calling that law firm, Ella, right? I called that law firm. It's called Winters and King Associates. It's out of Tulsa, Oklahoma. They have a webpage. Check them out. They're real fucking douchebags. I called them. I was scared at first. I was like, all right, how do I handle this? I was like, all right. I called a few people. They're like, dude, those are fucking like, you might as well throw it away. But I was like, whoa, hold up. This cost David money. I'm going to hang it on my fucking wall. He had to pay his lawyers to send me this shit, to type up this letter. I was like, nope, that's a $2,000 letter right there. I'm going to frame that fucker. So it's hanging on my wall at home. Right? All at the same time, I'm calling these lawyers. The last person I talked to in that, Ella, I'll tell you how this all went. I called that law firm for a whole fucking week, man. All day, every fucking day. I was like, okay, let's do this. I finally got through to somebody. A couple of them, man. A couple of them. But the last guy I got to, Ella, it was the main guy that wrote me the letter. I was like, you wrote this letter, you sent it to me. And I was like, your client's going to sue me, right? And he's like, yeah, he wants to initiate a lawsuit with you. I was like, okay. And I was like, now with this lawsuit, we'll be able to go through a process of discovery, right? He's like, that's typically how lawsuits open up, is you go through a process of discovery. I was like, good, dude. I was like, you're going to call him after this, right? And he's like, yeah, I'm going to get a hold of him after this. I was like, good. Tell your fat fucking piece of shit client to fucking sue me, bitch. And I was like, you tell him Rich Holmes says to fucking sue me. And I was like, you have my address already? Send me the documents. I'll meet you guys in court. When and where? Guess what never happened, Ella? Guess what never happened? One, it validated David knew who the fuck I was. Two, it validated we were onto his fucking trail, because that very first cease and desist, what it said in it, they're steep allegations. They're steep allegations. Human trafficking, tax evasion, fraud, sex trafficking. Well, if David was so worried about it, why didn't he fucking sue me? Right? This is what I think. What's good, defunct? We're talking how the two cult leaders have sent cease and desist to the channels trying to shut us down. A church leader, right? A church leader trying to shut down free speech. Clearly shows they don't understand how the freedom of speech works, right? So every time I get a letter from a lawyer, you know what I do? I call the lawyers and tell them to fucking shove it. Like, fuck you guys, sue me. You're gonna sue me? Let's do it. Let's do it. That's what I tell them. I was like, I don't have a bunch of fucking discovery to go through like your client does. Cost him more than it will me. And it pretty much shuts the lawyers down. It shuts them down. They're like, well, fuck. Okay. They're like, okay. We don't want to do that. Because I'm very clear about what I'll do with the information. I'll fucking publish it. It'll go straight to the fucking internet. I will build an entire fucking domain for corrupt churches with all their documents if they ever want to take me to court. I don't care. And they've known that. I told David that. I've told Katherine that. I've told every single one. Anyone that's ever watched me, you want to take me to court? Perfect. Let me see your documents. Yeah, so much for David being a bold lion. He's like the fucking bold fucking, I don't know. He ain't a lion though, that's for sure. Fucking gutter walrus is what he is. But yeah, it's always a kick, Ella, when these people fucking try to, exactly. Yo, City by the Bay, what up? Hit that like. We're just talking about City by the Bay, how David and Catherine have sent cease and desist. Failed cure. Uncle Jake, you think Catherine could hold a job? Serious. Like, you think Catherine could hold down a regular job, Uncle Jake? Imagine Catherine going in to fill out an application. Imagine Catherine going in to fill out a job application. She'd be like, name, apostle. She would just put apostle. She wouldn't even put her name. She would just put apostle. They wouldn't even use Catherine Crick for a greeter. No, no, Catherine would be trying to deliver all the shoplifters. You have this spirit of shoplifting out. Yeah, no, Catherine would be trying to like do deliverances right there in the aisle. Yeah. Hey, that's another thing we brought up earlier too, City by Debate. Why does everybody think Catherine's single? The only man ever, we always say, John Tall is the only man she's ever going to sleep with. Yep. Chance at being a drug dealer and having a job. Well, Jessica, I think, were you here when we were talking about the conservative Christian OnlyFans, where it'd be like just her, it would just be her painting her toenails. It wouldn't even be like anything raunchy or anything. It'd be just like hyper conservative shit, right? And it would just be a video of Catherine like painting her nails while reading the Bible or some shit. Yeah. That's what I could see Catherine doing. Conservative OnlyFans. I know, that's the thing, dude. She could make a killing. And even then, I'm working right too much right now. Well, and that's the thing, Uncle Jake. It's like, we were just saying too, she could even do like a thirst trap channel on YouTube and still make a killing, like trying on fucking skimpy lingerie for dudes. Dude, her channel would fucking blow up. Oh my god. If she just did it the right way, if she got some skimpy lingerie. Catherine, I'm talking to you, for real. The fuck is that? It's not a bee. Okay. It'd just be her gulping water very bad. She'll be the worst version of Breaking Bad. Oh, okay, yeah. Where were we here, though? Getting off track here. Yeah. Deep throating a Stanley Cup. KK's how you know the Stanley Cup? Saw Linda Lovelace watch this. Eat your heart out, Linda. Catherine's gonna be like holding the Stanley Cup, like, eat your heart out, Linda. Yeah. It must have been KK spirit surrounding me. There's trolls on the channel right now telling me I'm fucking demonically possessed and stuff because I called Catherine a psycho. Like, oh, you're so demonically possessed. I was like, well, what are their names? What are their names? But they're like, well, you should be able to tell me you're the one that's possessed. But I'm like, you're the one that's telling me I am. I already accepted Jesus, everybody. Apparently I'm good, okay? Yeah, Catherine holding a job, though? No. Even like, again, even like OnlyFans, man. I have been busy being more Christian than the average Christian. Yeah, that's the new thing too. Do you guys know that? Demons get in your seeds, okay? So you got to be careful how you give your money to Catherine because demons get in there, okay? Man, why has nobody like just stopped her or diagnosed her? There's probably a doctor who'd be like, hey, I'm good. I don't want to diagnose this one. You want to take a stab at it? Oh, your man seeds? Oh. You see what she's trying to do, Uncle Jake? You see what she's doing with that little fucking sentence? She is now... Wow. No way. But Uncle Jake, like just the vocabulary alone, right? Fuck, man. Fucking cunt. Fucking bitch, man. Yeah, like, I get it, but the way Catherine's using it, she's using it to basically, it's, she's using it to basically empower the women and emasculate the men. It's really fucked up. The vocabulary is all there, man. For her to say that, like, oh, you know, demons are passed in fucking man seeds, like, that's basically saying, hey, don't sleep with your men and have kids. That's fucked up, dude. That's fucked up. Don't sleep with your men. Don't let them fucking, don't procreate. It is. She's using it for self fucking gain, that bitch, dude. Like, don't ever use intimacy as a weapon in a relationship, which Catherine does, and which she's forcing people to do. Um, don't do it. But it is the most destructive form of fucking abuse in a relationship. Let me tell you that right now, okay? I've been in fucking relationships. I know how they work. And I know how it feels when people do that. And let me tell you something. For Catherine to do that, drive a wedge between marriages just by using a specific set of vocabulary, men, you better watch your women with Catherine Crick, I'm telling you. She's going to fucking drive a wedge between your marriage like she has other men. Catherine, you better keep your fucking hands off other people's marriages, Catherine, because you know what? You're going to piss somebody off, I promise you. Catherine, you better keep away from people's marriages. You've already fucked up enough people's lives. You think your little fucking shit show of a scam is going to be any better from here? No. You're going down, Catherine. Your cult is going down. You've been exposed in the worst fucking way possible. It was the whole last year has pretty much been about you, and not in a good way, Catherine. She knows that I'm not hating on them. I would never hate on women because you know why? First of all my leaders at work are women. And they're fucking awesome, man. I can't say enough good things about my leaders at work, man. I really can't. Like, I went into a field that is predominantly women on the clerical side, right? I get it. And I knew I was going to be surrounded by women leaders. And you know what? They don't put up with any fucking shit, I'll tell you that. that exactly. Yeah. I know, Jessica, that's what I say. Atheists are more Christian than a fucking real Christian. Yes. Yes, it's true. It's true. People who don't even, like, go to church or believe in God or have that kind of fucking walk, they're more kinder, more accepting, more understandable, and less judgmental than real Christians are. Yeah, because apparently we're not supposed to expose false Christians, right? Yeah. Hang on, let me go refill my tea. I'll be right back. All right. Next day, all the ladies brought me a Beanie Baby Doug. But it's the thing, you know, Uncle Jake, I put Marley's picture on my screen today of him smiling. You guys have all seen that picture, right? That I put on the corner of him smiling when I put that up on my screensaver today. And my boss walks up, she's all, oh, he's so cute. I was like, that's my dog. I was like, he goes everywhere with me. Yeah, man. Yeah. 20 different Beanie Babies. Yeah, and you know what? I was telling my boss about Marley, and they had some leftover like vitamins and stuff that they weren't using. They're like, here, take them because my dog won't eat them. More, most of my leaders are like animal lovers, dude. So it's like immediately there's like a connection, right? Because we all fucking have pets, man. We all lack that awareness of empathy and like caring for something that these people will probably never be able to care for. You know what, Ella? What's your initial take on Katherine? If you're new to her, you just started some research on Katherine. What's your initial take on her? Your first take. If you just coming into her, like, what do you think of her? I'm curious about your perspective because there's new people in the chat, man, and new people are starting to figure out about Katherine Crick. Your initial, you saw it right away that she's a fraud. Yeah. Okay. Fraud. All right. I'm trying to think how we came onto her. I don't even know, man. She just came across a channel one day, and that was that. Gone deep recently. And you know where it all starts, Ella, is Africa, Tanzania. Mommy and Daddy paid for that trip. There's a few sources on the back end that I'm speaking to about her that know a lot about that whole trip to Africa. And they've told me everything. They're not ready to come out and make their voices heard yet. Because bringing Katherine down, it's going to have to happen from the inside out. It won't happen from the outside in. The cult is going to have to crumble. Katherine will have to self-destruct ultimately in order for it to fall apart. You can't claim the gospel is wrong and at any point say you're Christian. Yeah, see, that's why I'll never claim Christian, because I've never read the gospels and I don't know if they're right or wrong. Yes, that's Jessica, yeah. I mean, Gordy and Diane, seriously, you sold your daughter to him. You know that, right? You sold your daughter to Jor Davy. You literally sold him for free. You paid for that whole fucking trip. I don't know Sussy Baca. I don't know who he is. We're talking about Katherine Crick. But yeah, no, Jessica, dead on. That's exactly what happened, Jessica. It's exactly what happened. Mommy and Daddy sold her up the fucking river. No shit, did she really? I think I seen a part of that the other night that she just went on like, oh, you guys need to help pay for this. Well, those theaters got expensive, didn't they, Katherine? Dude, Uncle Jake, what is she spending? $50,000 a month on fucking theaters? Holy shit, just because she wants to be on stage? Never, Jessica, that's the thing. I think that's what's really nice about our communities. We hold each other accountable here, man, and that's a fucking rare thing to hold your friends accountable, right? To hold other people accountable, because y'all hold me accountable. I've got phone calls and emails from several of you guys telling me, hey, we love what you do, but hey, can you tone that part down a little bit? I'm like, yeah, absolutely, because we all get out of hand, man. It's okay. It's all right. It takes a bigger person to stand up to your friend and to people you know. The people around Katherine, they won't fucking stand up to her. Oh, Janice Anderson? Yeah, that's David Taylor, the gutter walrus. Do you want to talk about David for a minute? We can. We can start talking about David. Janice, yeah. Yep. Yeah. General Gooch Grease. Hit that like too, man. There's 20 people in here. Man. Yeah, thick black hair, the one that looks like a fucking bird nest on his head. Yeah, Janice Anderson, that's David E. Taylor. Ooh, he's known by many names here, though. But you know what, Jessica? We did it. It's all y'all, man. No, it's all of y'all. It's y'all, man. I'm just here. I know LeBron James has a better hairline. Fucking facts, right? But no, Janice, yeah, I still have that video too. I had to take it down. I had to take it down off the YouTube because, well, it's up. It's unlisted on my channel. But it's there. It's there. And I had to take it down because it was so derogatory. David had to take it down too, but thankfully we already cut it, and I've already sent it over to the FBI and other law enforcement agencies and shit like that, because I'm like, these are fucking death threats, and I don't care how the fuck you guys spin it. You guys need to do something about it, because this is bullshit. If I did this, I'd be getting my fucking door kicked in. Yeah, and Janice, that's the thing. We're starting to think that maybe David is the one that's gay, right? Because he has such an affinity for gay people. We're like, what's up, dude? You got something to tell everybody or what? It's cool. It's 2025. Nobody's going to care. You know what, Sam? I got family of my people who are gay, man. I don't have time for that shit. I don't. I don't. Well, Janice, go listen. I interviewed, we did, the community, we interviewed his ex-girlfriend on the channel. It's on the channel. Type in David E. Taylor ex-girlfriend interview. You'll find it. It's about a 3-hour interview. And then there's a couple other interviews that we've interviewed survivors of that cult. You're talking, shout out to Cliff and Valerie, man, and anybody who's come out and talk about against David. Your information is priceless. I just want you guys to know that. It's not going anywhere. I've already saved it all, so if anything ever happens to it, guess what? It's going to get reposted. All right? But yeah, the survivors that have come out and done interviews on the channel, Janice, they've done the work, man. There's very few, there's about 10 interviews on the channel about David. But the ones with Cliff and Valerie, there's several others also. They're hands down some of the most jaw-dropping, in-depth interviews and a deep look, a very fucking deep look inside of a cult, man. And Cliff and Valerie, because they were so close to David, once we got them talking on an interview one day, they just started matching stories up. Bam, yep, I was there, I remember that, yep, boom, boom. It was like lighting a match and fucking throwing gas on the fire. Fanning the fucking flames. We just had to sit back, we're like, all right, just listen. Let them go. That's all we had to do. And they were so brave for doing it, because you got to figure what this guy did. He's an abusive fucking slob, man. David is abusive. He's a greedy pig, and he has pretty much gone into a deep fucking hiding now, because anytime he comes out, we fucking roast him, and he hates it. He hates it, just like we're doing with Katherine Crick now, which is going to go on with Katherine Crick until she self-destructs, because these cult leaders, Janice, are so used to getting their way and fucking bullying people. Well, guess what? Where there's a will, there's a way. Okay? I've always said no violence. Don't ever approach these people. Don't ever put hands on people in this, ever. Don't ever do that. This is about fighting people with words and truth and the facts that Katherine and David are indeed fucking frauds. I'll put my channel on. I'll take my channel down if anybody can prove me wrong. But nobody's ever done that. But yeah, Janice, that's David E. Taylor. But yeah. And he watches from time to time. He watches. We're just talking about a cease and desist that he sent to my house when I first started all this. And he was basically threatening to sue me if I didn't take my channel down. I was like, okay, do it. Sue me. That was 2021. We're 4 years later now. I haven't heard anything from him, nor his lawyers. His lawyers, we were just talking about this about 20 minutes ago. His lawyers, Janice, actually had to block me from calling because I was calling so much. They're like, fuck, this guy isn't going to stop. We got to block him. We know Winters and King Associates up in Oklahoma, they knew what David was doing. That's why they probably dropped him, like, we can't represent you because you're a fucking fraud. Well, with David, you think they'd be able to find him just with the fucking epicenter when he walks around, and it'd be a fucking earthquake event. Well, Janice, You know why? Because discovery. Discovery, man. You know, the first thing that happens in a lawsuit, financial discovery. That's the first thing. Financial discovery. Discovery. Show me all your paperwork. Show me your life. And I told those lawyers, you're right, they know. I told those lawyers, yeah, you don't really hear of it happening elsewhere except here in America because you know why? America allows it. David's most likely going to be in Florida where Michelle is. Okay, and somebody's asking about David not being able to talk. I think David has had another serious medical event. I really do. I think he's either, and again, I don't fucking wish anything bad on the guy, man. I really don't. I want him to be healthy and happy so he can fucking go to jail. But hey, Tanner Wolf, we're talking about David and Katherine, kind of bouncing back and forth. But somebody was asking, like, I personally think David can't talk. I think he personally has had another serious medical event to where he is unable to speak. Either he had a stroke or he's got a fucking tube in his throat, which I hope he doesn't. I never do. I want him to fucking eat a nice fucking healthy diet. Yeah, he's got heart disease. Yes, yes, he has CHF. Yes, there people from the cult have told me he's always had this cough. Always this congestive cough, this chronic cough that he was always trying to get rid of with like cough medicine and cough drops. You know what that is? That's congestive heart failure. That's CHF. That's signs of congestive heart failure. Yeah, he's got his head up his ass. No, he's not. I don't think he's gone. No, I think he's still around, but I think he's just very, very ill, and he can't. He. I don't think he can ambulate. If he's ambulating, it's in like a wheelchair or a walker. But yeah, I think David had another medical event, and that's why we haven't seen him. It's all reruns now, man. Right? If he's not gone, close on hospice, you know. Again, I don't wish any bad health on anybody, man. I really don't. But David, based off your behavior and your past habits, no, man. You were David. I knew. You know what solidified it, David? Here's the thing, right? Let's talk about David now. Does it turn up your shit? Yeah, everything's good here. The first time I'd ever put out online that David was sick or dead was several years ago. Several years ago, and then that same video. This is a series of events that how I know. Yeah, Tanner Wolf, and this is how I'm gonna explain how I know. Me and my homie Bill Cosby SMR were talking about it. He's like, dude, David hasn't been around. He's either sick or dead. Now, based off what we knew and some of the interviews we'd already compiled about David's health, we knew he was in bad shape. Hypercholesterol, right? Hyperlipidemia, diabetic, heart issues, kidney issues. He's a disaster. Yeah, and I'm sorry to hear, Tanner. Yeah, sorry, man. Yeah, man, we'll keep your son up there, man. Well, yeah. Now, bleaking of eyes, the skin color, yeah, exactly, the ashy skin color. Now, at one point, I was like, David's sick or dead, you guys. He hasn't been out. Well, about a day or two after that, I got a privacy hit on the channel from the cult saying I was putting out private health information, but I didn't. Private health information would be like the doctor, what kind of medicine he's taking, what treatment plan he's under. It would be having to give out his name, phone number, address, but we already knew that. We already knew that prior to anything. I even know David's social, which is one way I was able to get into his credit report was with his fucking social. Okay. Oh, his son's a track star. So after the video, after the privacy hit, the video stayed up. YouTube favored the channel, said no, he didn't put any information out that was private health information. So the video's still up. And after that, it was about maybe a year, about a year ago, 2 years ago, I opened up his credit report with this social. I was like, all right, I'm just going to do this. Well, started looking through his credit report and came across a charge that said Duke University EMS. And there were 2 charges on his credit report. I was like, jackpot. What's that? Oh, absolutely. Oh my God, I would probably go to jail, Jessica. Absolutely. Yeah. No, I would lose my job over some shit like that. Yep. If I ever disclose any, yeah, you absolutely can. Personal health information is very, very protected. Absolutely. That's why I just don't talk about it here. I don't want to talk about what I do at work because those are my patients, man. I'm not going to, would never, ever. But with David, this is information gathered from interviews. This is different. This is way outside of anything that would ever be considered me violating HIPAA laws because I'm not at work, right? This is done on my own time. We've compiled the information from cult survivors, members of this organization who have come out and said, yes, we know he's sick. These are the symptoms he's been displaying. What up, Mindy Nickerson? Oh, right on, Tanner. Right on, Tanner. Keep it up, big guy. Hang in there, man. I'm fucking rooting for you. Rooting for you, man. Good deal. Yeah. Yeah, read the doctor's notes yourself, man. Read the doctor's notes yourself. When you go to the doctor, after you're done reading, you should be reading your doctor notes, okay? You really should. And I'm pretty sure Dr. David's doctor's notes are probably full of fucking shit where it's like he's got cardiovascular problems, nephrology problems, fucking weight problems, everything. Like the inside of David's arteries, you guys, let's be clear about this. David's arteries are filled with fucking hard plaque. That's what the inside of David's arteries look like. It is not good. My doctor's notes are this person is too much. Your doctor's notes say next. See, Ella, I think he's already got one. I think he's already got one because it wasn't long after my dad had a massive heart attack. It was right around the time that David was having his, and all the symptoms line up with what happened to my dad. Bless his soul, he passed now, but the same thing I saw with David was what my dad looked like after he had a massive heart attack. One that almost killed him. Well, my dad was technically dead. He was dead when he hit the ground. That's how massive it was. With David, his behavior is very similar to that of my dad after he had his, like having a stent put in his heart, really out of breath, only being able to sit down and walk for a little bit. Not only that, but the other thing that we saw, Tanner, with David and his congestive heart failure is after that whole event and he was gone out of sight for the 2 years, he came back and his legs were fucking huge. Like all the water weight went down to his legs. And we saw that. We started noticing just little things. We're like, he is getting unhealthier by the day. So, yeah, that's what we keep telling him. David, you're the apostle, man. Why don't you use your apostolic ways, man? But you can't cure, exactly. Use your apostolic powers, David, and heal your fucking cholesterol problems, dude. Like, why don't you do that? He's like, well, God doesn't work that way. Yep. David using a gym, the only thing he's going to do at the gym is like walk in there and look at the equipment. He's like, Michelle, get on the gym and go run on that treadmill for me. He's going to make Joseph run for me. He's like, Joseph, get on the treadmill, go run for me. Pretty much, I don't like doctors. Yeah, what's up, your point? Yeah, David can't even cure himself, man. What up? The honey is fake here. Walk, what up? Yeah, and here's the other thing about David's mansions. Like, he ain't living in them. David's not living in his mansions, that's for sure. All right, hang on a second here. All right, give me a second. I'm gonna take this shit inside. I'm not gonna sit here and get tore the fuck up by mosquitoes again like I did yesterday. Hey, Lindy, how about you shut your face? Quiet your face. Hold on, guys. Let me get back up in here. Those mosquitoes were having a fucking field day. Give me a second here, guys. Let me resituate. All right. All right, there we go. Nope, still no beach walrus spottings. No, man. Nah. Unfortunate, right? It's kind of unfortunate that we haven't seen David in a while. Yeah. Yeah, DAV's pretty bitchin'. Who was asking about that, Uncle Jake? Yeah, DAV's, that's who I go through is the DAV, man. They're fucking badass. Of course, there's always fucking something. Just annoying. Yeah, Tanner. Delusions? I mean, I don't even want to call them like different disorders. They're just fucking delusional people who've never been held accountable, man. I mean, imagine going your whole life just people telling you, yeah, or just fucking thinking you're always right and nobody ever like really checking you, man. Think of what that does to your ego, right? Fucking make your head blow up. Yeah, he needs to come out and do lean dance back moves again. He's like, that was the funniest shit, right? He comes back. Hey, what up, Sarcastic Frog? What up, what up, what up? Yeah, he's trying to be Nelly. He like one of his videos. He was like doing his shit, like lean back. He's like, yeah, but yeah, unfortunately, Kevin, there've been no sightings of the sewer seal. Yeah, yeah. David has been in a deep, deep hiding for fucking God knows how long, man. God knows how long. It's going on a year now. Ever since he did the death threats last year in August, he kind of fucking shut his mouth. I know, right? It's, you know what? You know what was even better still to this day? Is the night that Cliff came out and told everybody about the maxi pads. Seriously. I'll still, David E. Taylor and Nelly equals Smelly. No, if we don't see him at the Crusade, yeah. If we don't see him at the Crusade, no, we won't see him at all. David E. Taylor plus Nelly. David E. Taylor equals Smelly. He's a smelly Nelly, that one. Yeah. But yeah, his whole fucking crusade, it's pretty much trashed at this point, man. I mean, look at the hotel in Houston. I mean, the hotel in Houston, you guys, that was really David's fucking last straw, I think. Once we found out what they were doing at the hotel, that kind of that changed how David operated his cult. Because the hotel, man, we didn't know what was going on. We had to figure it out, right? We figured it out. Notation of a crusade is so fucked, man. It is, right? David would snitch on everybody. Diddy would not let him into the fucking party. They'd be like, take your smelly ass out. Like, Kevin G, soon. Yeah, soon. I'll let everybody know soon enough. Yeah. Yeah. The hotel is falling apart though. It has been since they bought it, man. The second they walked in there, it started falling apart. That hotel's trashed. They had to put down 2 carpets now. They had to put down multiple carpets. Me and Uncle Jake, we talk offline, dude. We're only speculating how bad the damage could be inside that place because of how long they've been there. Oh yeah, I can only imagine it's in ruins, dude. Because David's not going to be the type to keep up a place like that, man. He's like, I'm going to pay the fucking maintenance fees on it. Why would I? No, he's got to pay the zero skateboard. Even though you're in Germany, like, dude, you got to pay for your shit, man. South Park episode, we need it back in the late 90s when Viva La Bam. Hey, Alex Double H. Dude, Viva La Bam was the dopest of the dopest shit, right? Right? That was, dude, it really was. The shit we see now is fucking trash, bro. I'm with you, dude. I'm with you, bro. No, dude, Viva La Bam, that was, when I was in Europe, in Germany and shit, that's when like CKY came out, man. And that, loved it. Dude, that was CKY. Dude, when it first came out, before it was even Viva La Bam, man, CKY is what started it all, dude. Go back to CKY and you see all the shit they did pre-Viva La Bam. They were fucking animals. Dude, CKY set it off, man. But no, I'm with you. And what we're talking about now, man, Alex. Oh, you're from Germany, bitchin', dude. Right on. The fucking zero skateboards in Germany too, man. I was stationed in Germany, but I wouldn't mind going back. I thought this was an English speaking channel. But yeah, no, Viva La Bam and CKY, man. If you can ever get yourself a CKY, pick it up, man. It's probably one of the best out there. But back to David. What were we talking about with Dookie? Oh, David being at Diddy's party. Yeah. David would snitch on everybody, okay? David would be the guy that would like take like a hit of reefer and pass out. And they draw all over him. Yeah, Tom Green show. Love Tom Green show. That was oh my god, I don't even want to get started on shows, yeah. Molesta La Bresta. Yeah. Yeah, Don Vito. Anyways, yeah, David, yeah. He won't. David would snitch on everybody. So yeah, there's no way. David's not that famous either. Again, Diddy ain't gonna let that smelly walrus show up to his fucking party. I know they would draw in him, huh? I know David would take a hit of Molly. He's like, "What's going on here, everybody?" He's on Molly. Who's Molly? He's all, who's Molly? Like, hey, you want to hang out with Molly? Well, who's Molly? Here, try this. We'll show you. We'll tell you in a minute. Yeah, David still has the billboards. Yep, David still has the billboards. David, just like Katherine, just like the Fraud Squad, right? The Demon Slayers, the Fraud Squad, the 5 frauds. The 5 shitheads, man. Ah, those guys. We're gonna bring those guys up on the channel too. I've talked about that. Where David's at, probably not that much, but in some places they can run. You could probably pay 10 G's a month for a billboard, depending on location. It's all location, Jessica. That'd be fun to put like a counter billboard up that said David E. Taylor's a piece of shit. Right? We wanted to do one. We wanted to do one right across from the hotel in Houston with the arrow pointing, like saying this hotel housing a cult. But that one was like, man, that one was like 5-6 G's a month, man. It was pretty expensive. Yeah, David. Well, And that's mostly David's diet, man. They would, Young Rock, they would. They'd make you wait. They'd make you wait. They'd be like, hey, can you just go ahead and watch my video first? Then come back and maybe I'll heal you. Yeah, the five frauds. Yeah, the five frauds, dude. Who was it? The original five frauds. It was Dick Boy Daniel Adams. It was Derpy Derp fucking Sobchuk. Penis Boy Signorelli. Fucking... Or Saldivar. Then there was Dick Boy Signorelli. And fucking Pagani. That was the original five fraud squad, man. Yeah. Salad tosser out there buying his fucking subscribers. He's like, hey, you know, I don't have enough subscribers, everybody. I'm going to go and buy him. Yeah. Should have used him for the fucking Moana song. They probably did. Yeah, Vlad. Yep. Yep. I watched Saldivar's numbers just fucking skyrocket, and they just took a plummet just recently because he stopped buying. Jessica, you know, Tanner, no charges are being brought up yet anyways. Right? And you know, Jessica, I've looked into some other YouTubers recently, some really big YouTubers, and they're doing it too. David likes buying meatball subs with extra meatballs. David gets a double meatball sub. He's all, would you build my sub? I need you to use 2 pieces of bread, okay? You don't cut my bread in half. You use 2 loaves of bread and you put the meatballs between. Oh, Joni stepped back, did she? Yeah, she felt all the fucking backlash. Robert Morris, he pretty much took a big deep dive in shit, man. That guy looks like just a fucking heap of wasted shit. Yeah. Yeah. Some people at my work actually mentioned Robert Morris. I'm like, yeah, don't get me started on that fucking pedophile. Don't get me started. Hey, be good, Zero Skateboard. Hey, it's good seeing you, man. It really is, dude. It's good to see you, dude. I'm glad you got a chance to stop in, bro. It really is good to see you, dude. Yeah, you too, bro. Stay up, man. Fucking stay up, dude. It's good seeing you, man. I appreciate you stopping in and chatting for a bit, dude. Really is, man. It's good seeing you from Europe, dude. Hang in there, dude. Hit us up anytime. KK hired actors as well. Yeah, she does, Young Rock. Yeah. Yeah, no, she hires... We've seen these method actors at multiple of these fucking events, dude. There's this fucking chick named Johnny Rain. We've seen her at other churches acting like a fucking shithead. Like these fake demon deliverances, and she shows up at Katherine's like, oh, she's my spiritual mommy. Then we see her at another church fucking flopping around on the floor like a fucking fish out of water, man. We're like, actors? Yeah, Johnny Rain. I know it's dumb how it can be literally under their nose and they're not catching on to the plot. Yeah, Johnny, she stopped going to those little deliverance things. We're like, look at this fake ass chick, dude. She's full of shit. Yep. I think we'll bring a Johnny Rain up onto it too. Because you know what? She still goes to Catherine's events from time to time. Hey, and Tanner Wolf, you know, since we're off Katherine now, we were talking Fraud White yesterday, right? Todd Fraud White. We were talking that shithead yesterday. Todd White is literally pulling people's legs. Say, I can make your leg grow longer. You want to see the oldest gimmick in the book? Let me pull your leg. But he's like, here, first pull my finger. Total shithead, man. Total shithead. No way. Did she really? Johnny Rain's such a fucking fraud too. No fucking way, Uncle Jake. You should see. Now I'm gonna take that video and I'm gonna repost it. I'm gonna repost it on my channel. What shitheads, man? You guys see what we mean? These people, they don't have a relationship with God. They don't have a relationship with God. They're more about fucking praising and worshiping the leader, not the fucking creator. I would love to have a talk with the Johnny. She's a fucking dumb shit though. Johnny is actually Filipino, man. Is she listening to us, Uncle Jake? Is she fucking listening to us? There's no fucking way. No. How? How? There's no fucking way, Uncle Jake. Are we fucking having like prophesying moments here? Like, what the fuck, man? Yeah, she's not even a fucking good actor. She's fucking laughable. Like the very first time we saw Johnny Rain, she was like fucking arching her back and shit, all fucking like a fucking exorcist, man. We're like, okay, that's about as fake as I've ever seen. She must have been watching, man, because the numbers just dropped. She must be watching. Because you know why? We're her most outspoken community. None of these other Christian channels have ever spoken so bluntly and so just with vulgar about her. These Christian channels, for whatever reason, they're scared to like fucking step out into the fucking unknown and really do like counter fucking intelligence on these assholes. And they're like, oh well, we don't want to do that because you know that's just deceptive. I'm like, well, what the fuck are these people doing? It's like, hey, we don't want to do that because that's deceitful. So two wrongs make a right, dude, or what? Like, it really floored me when I heard other Christian creators saying we don't want to do that because it's deceitful. I'm like, well, what's Katherine doing? It was actually other content creators that were using my shit. I was like, you guys will use my shit, but not give me the proper credit, right? Why don't you guys step out and do that? Oh well, that's just deceitful. Like the fuck out of here, man. You guys are all fucking shitheads. Again, I'll never go to church, you guys. I won't. I'll have my own relationship with God, man. And if he is who he is, he's got a fucking sorting table up there. And guess what? When we all get punched, man, we all hit our ticket time. Guess what? He'll fucking sort it out, right? So what do you always say here? Just be a good person, man. I cuss, big fucking deal. So what? I do bad things all day. Yeah, other channels are like SA. I don't want to say sexual assault. Well, that's what the fuck it is. I I I don't like to say rape. I really don't. It sounds fucking dirty. It sounds dirty and derogatory. Um, I just don't like to say it. Um, it is a correct term. It is a term in the dictionary, but I just choose not to use it. But yeah, I'll say pedophile. I won't say pedophile. No, I'll say pedophile because that again is the correct term for somebody that has an attraction to fucking prepubescent fucking children. Okay, and that's the actual term, prepubescent. So I will call them what they are here. I will not be scared to say PDF file. No, they're fucking pedophiles. Robert Morris, guess what? From Gateway Church, he's a fucking pedophile, okay? Because he was fucking around with little kids. He had an attraction to little girls, okay? That qualifies him as a fucking pedophile. Everybody say it with me. Robert Morris is a pedophile. It's that easy. David E. Taylor, he's grooming, so yeah, you know what? He's a pedophile too. He's a pedophile too. Because we know that David is grooming in proximity. We've known that. We've had other survivors come out and say, yeah, no, what we know now about how grooming works, yeah, he's grooming girls. He's grooming young girls. That way, when they get older, he just sleeps with them. That's grooming. That's grooming, David. And not only that, you know what's really cool about David is the one night you come out, David, and say, Michelle has really been the one that's been helping me groom them. You fucking dumb shit. Just put Michelle right up there on the chopping block. Hey, Michelle's grooming all these people for me. See how he puts Michelle in the mix, right? Horrible, David. He's got no shame, exactly. Oh, he groomed the Klein girls. He groomed Jenny Janiak. He's grooming any other young women that are there. Well, probably not anymore. Probably not anymore. But in the beginning, yes, absolutely. 100% he was grooming them. You fucking ain't right he was. You goddamn right he was, and he probably still is. They're all beautiful. They're all beautiful. I think they're all beautiful. Like, if they put down the culty bullshit and like took care of themselves, like they're all beautiful, man. They are. The youngest sister, yeah, the youngest sister, she got groomed. She got groomed for sure, man. And Kathleen's just sitting back there letting it fucking happen, like no big deal. Like, oh, don't worry about it. You know, Apostle Taylor's just the man, okay? He's the man. I'm gonna go ahead and let him fucking groom my little girls. No big deal. That's what I mean. These cult leaders, they're so good at what they do that women like Kathleen will literally hand their kids over to them. Exactly. They don't know these women, these people inside this cult don't know what like a healthy functioning relationship is, man. And that's fucking sad because they'll never know what it's like to feel the love, like the real love of like affection from somebody that cares and is giving themselves to you. Like they'll never know that. And that fucking sucks, dude, because that is a good feeling. It is. To be able to like fucking fully give yourself to somebody like that, these people will never get to experience that. Because David has basically split them apart, broken down all their fucking barriers, their trust, everything. These people will have trust issues. They're going to suffer from financial issues when they get out. Same with Katherine. Trust, financial, marriage, relationship, everything. They're going to have fucking hard time readapting to society. Everything, man. It's very sad. And they know that. These people know that. The Klein sisters, they're not going to have a healthy functioning relationship or be able to have a marriage with the man after this. Nope. It's very sad. It's fucked up, man. And they're sitting there doing it with a smile on their face. Well, that's one of the things that we've brought up about the possessions and stuff. Like Katherine telling these kids to read off a fucking list of shit. That's some fucked up shit, right? They wouldn't know what to do, Daniela. And we've always talked about that with some of these cults. If the leader goes, like these people would just, they'd be like, what do we do? What do we do? They wouldn't know what to do. They just kind of put their hands up and be like, well, what do we do now? It would be when David kicks the bucket. When. It's not if, it's just when. Like I said, we're all going to fucking check out eventually. It's just, that's the way it is. But when David kicks the bucket, the cult will not know what to do with themselves. They won't. David was the way and the light. That's all they know. Yep. Same with dudes that came to Europe after communism. They all ended up drunk, so they didn't know what to do with themselves. They're like, fuck, I don't know what to do with myself. Yeah, we could have people coming out getting into drugs, right? Ella, I know it's already happened with David's. I know for a fact that somebody has gone out from David's cult and moved over to Alexander Pagani's bullshit movement. They move cult to cult. Yeah, they move cult to cult. I've seen it. I've seen pictures. Yep. Seen it. Yep, I've seen it. I've seen members of David with doing pictures of Alexander Pagani. Yep, one cult to another. Hey, be good, Jessica. Have a good day. Love you too, man. Peace, brother. One love. One love. But yeah, yep. It's happened. And that's it. Jess or Ella, like the one thing that these people are looking for ultimately is like to serve something better. That's it. That's that from the interviews that we've done and the people we've spoken to, they're literally going to like serve the kingdom of God, man. And I can't think of a bigger way to be a piece of shit than to use religion to fucking use somebody like David and Katherine are. It takes a real special piece of shit. Really does. to use like a foundation of our country, faith and religion and belief, and use it to fucking abuse people. It's the worst type of abuse that we've come across. Some of the worst. It's up there on the abuse scale. It really is. They do, and they fucking exploit it. Exactly. They exploit it and they use it to their fucking benefit. I always tell people, if you're going to go work for a church, all right, get a contract. Get a contract. If they're okay with being transparent, then they should be able to sign some paperwork. I always say, if church is offering you a position, find out how much you're going to be paid. If there's a contract, make sure it's written, make sure it's signed, and make sure everybody's on the same page. Don't just go off people's word of mouth anymore. You can't do that. If you got trusting friends, there's people that I would do that with for sure. Word of mouth. Fuck yeah. I have very few friends, and that's fine. Just the way I like it, right? Like my inner circle is small, and that's fine. But don't ever work for free, everybody. Don't. Yeah. Look at previous employees' experiences. Yeah, absolutely. Ask other employees, how was your experience? Don't. When I got this new job, I had to go through a whole in-processing process. Sign paperwork, drug test. I had to get blood work done because I'm in the health field. All kinds of stuff, man. All kinds of stuff. Just to sit at a computer and code charts. That was my process. It was a 2-day process. A whole day pretty much. Took 8 hours. I did all that stuff. Paperwork, got a ward letter, email. Okay, this is your next step. It should be pretty cut and clear how the process is going to go. And there should be clear-cut guidelines of what you're going to be paid, how your time off is going to work, vacation if it's there. These are the types of things, if you're going to work for a church, should also be in play, okay? Again, I know churches aren't going to be paying for vacation and medical, and that's cool. I get that. It's a volunteer thing. But again, if a church is saying they're going to pay you, get it in writing. Get it in writing. It's that easy. Okay? Like George Carlin said, man, I reckon I'll hold on to this job for longer than that, Ella. For sure. AIB, what's up? How you doing, man? I'll hang on to it for longer than that. I really like this job. It's not a job, it's a career. It is. I've still got to take exams and do continuing education units, you know. This field isn't something that I just go, it's very progressive. I have to stick up with it. Absolutely. Yeah, and that's what I always tell people here. Hey, man, before you give to your church, make sure you're saving your money. Put money aside for you and your family. Pay your fucking bills first, okay? And then if you have enough money left over and you're feeling generous, what I would recommend, this is just me, I personally wouldn't give to the church. Not me, no. I would go to, say, my local Legion Hall, maybe a local animal shelter like Jake does and donates to them, an animal hospital, veteran home, something like that. I wouldn't specifically go and give to a church. That's just me. I like dogs. I would go give to a dog shelter or something. That's what I would do. I'd go to a vet office, like a nonprofit vet office, you know, and volunteer time even, right? What better way to pay a church than give them your time? Volunteer your time. Go fucking cut their grass for them if they need help, right? Save your money. Give your time. It's just as fucking valuable, if not more, right? But don't let people use that and abuse you. They earns tons playing gigs for free. Yeah. Ella, and that's just me. I'm not saying what people should do. That's just what I would do, right? I'm saying that's what I would do. It's not what you should do. But that's just how I think. I mean, I wouldn't give to a church. The church has a lot of fucking money already. They've been getting away with fucking fraud for years. I'm not going to fucking give them the means to commit more fraud. And again, not all churches are doing it, but look at what the church has done. What's the latest on David, City by the Bay? It's Ella, it's very common sense. Yeah. Yep. City by the Bay. I was saying earlier, I don't think David can talk, dude. I think he had another medical event, man. I really do. I think he did. I think he had another medical event, a very serious one. We were talking earlier. It, I know for a fact David went to the hospital, man. I know for a fact he took a ride in an ambulance. I know for a fact that he took a ride to Duke University. And I know for a fact that Duke University specializes in cardiovascular disease and shit like that. Well, here's a seeing city by the bay. When you really look at David, all right, and how degenerate of a fucking life he's led, there's a lot of things that we've compiled over the years since we've started the channel about his health, coming from specifically members that know him, who know, witnessed, heard, saw everything about how he acted, certain conditions they were aware of. One was a cough that never went away. Okay? Cough that never went away. That he was always trying to get it to go away with fucking cough syrup, cough drops, but could never get it to go away. Now, David being the degenerate fucking gutter seal that he is, all he ever does, and even his ex-girlfriend came out on the channel and just said, David just eats. He lays in bed, he just fucking eats, bro. He's a literal fucking sloth, dude. He lays in his own fucking filth. So, everything, I was saying earlier, at one time, okay, I was saying on the channel he's either sick or dead. I got a privacy strike. They were saying I was putting out private long COVID. Absolutely. Yes, it could be a multitude of factors. It really could. Long COVID, congestive heart failure, diabetes, whatever happened, David had a hard time breathing after he came out of that long shutaway for that after that first 2 years of shutaway during COVID. He came out of COVID looking like shit, man. And he looked like hammered shit. He didn't look healthy at all. He did not look healthy at all. He was having a very hard time breathing, catching his breath. And go back and listen to the video. Update from David E. Taylor personally. It was 2022 or 23. He's like, hello, everybody. Oh, that's okay. The tripoding, Ella, right? He's always sitting like this, right? He's always got to lean to the side. Exactly. Extreme chest pain, right? Now, Ella, visceral fat is a very real thing. And what it does is it crushes your insides. It surrounds your internal organs, right? They say like high cholesterol and hyperlipidemia is bad. Well, visceral fat is even worse for you, okay? And somebody like David who doesn't exercise, just lays around all day and just, it's like all the food and the fattening shit from the foods is just pooling up in his fucking, around his internal organs. And what it does is it literally constricts your organs, man. It constricts your organs. That's exactly what it does. When you tripod, it gives space to your lungs, to your heart, to your chest. Yes, absolutely right. That's why he's tripoding all the time. Or he's laying back real far, right? Take the weight off of his chest, off of his internal organs. It's a very real thing. That's why I think David's in very serious shape, because the last time I seen him, he was fighting to lift his fucking leg up on the fucking recliner. I'm like, oh, he's in bad shape. And then you see him lay back and he just kind of fucking spreads out, man. He had to have been fucking 350, almost 400. Again, food addiction, stress eating. But even then, there's his ex-girlfriend said even when they went out to dinner, Ella, he would order everything on the fucking menu and only eat like little bits of it. And Ella, go listen, type in David E. Taylor's ex-girlfriend. Listen to the interview. It'll open your fucking whole world up to what David really is. He is a greedy, he's the 7 deadly sins, Ella. He's the 7 deadly sins. You put greed, gluttony, envy, lust, pride, wrath, and sloth all in one. David E. Taylor, man. He is an extreme glutton. It's like God is literally fucking laughing at him right now. He's like, look at what you did to yourself, but this is my fucking wrath. It'll open your mind what David is. He is a fucking glutton. But I'm the pussy, right? I'm the pussy. All I've ever done was call out his fraud. Yeah, David, the damage with David is done. Whatever happened, whether it was COVID, a heart attack, Ella, what I think it was a heart attack. That's what I think it was, because he took a ride in an ambulance to the ER. I don't know what the exact date was. All I know is it's on his credit report. I have the information. Um, you know what? I think I'll actually post it so everybody can see it. That way everybody can see it. But the charge hit his credit report at a different time, right? And I was going based off what I know about how credit. I'm thinking maybe 6 months prior to that, that's when it happened. Yeah, the isolation, social fear, absolutely, right? But not only that, but isolation from the rest of the cult, isolation from being fucking laughed at, and maybe isolation from knowing that there's an investigation. Fucking maybe the IRS is looking into him, shit like that. The isolation, the isolation will fucking stress you out. The isolation alone will drive somebody like David crazy because he's a fucking sociopath. That's again why I think City by the Bay, something is up with him, man. His health is shit. His health is piss poor. I mean, saying piss poor is like an understatement. His health, I'll say this, David is like all the cardiovascular diseases wrapped up into one. Cardio, his kidneys, I mean, he's in bad shape. And again, when he came out of that shutaway, something was up, man. He was in bad, bad shape. And he knew it. Hey, be good, Ella. Go check out David E. Taylor's ex-girlfriend's interview. When you got time and you're just doing chores or whatever, Ella, just throw an earbud in and just listen to it. There's no reactions or anything in those interviews. It's all just for listening. Be good, Daniel. I'm probably going to wrap it up here too in a few minutes. Yeah, I'm going to cook dinner. I'm getting fucking hungry, man. 5 o'clock rolling around. I get fucking hungry. But yeah, the interviews, they're long form because what we like to do with those, Ella, is just get them on there and just let them talk. Just let them talk. We only interject and ask questions if they run out. But when the interviews and the testimonies come on, if it takes 3 or 4 hours to get out, then that's what we take. We've done it. We've done it. That's how long. Cliff's first testimony, it was a pretty doozer. And they're all there. We've documented David's cult enough to where if there ever was any type of investigation, all they'd have to do is just come ask us, hey, can we have your channel stuff? And be like, yeah, fuck, here you go. Take it. What do you want? We've been telling you guys. We've been telling you guys what's going on. So. But yeah, the work's done. Janice, if you were here earlier, Janice Anderson, I don't know if she's still here, but yeah, if anybody wants that video to do a reaction to on their channel, let me know and I'll get it to you, because I can't post it. Abi Vasquez, that's my brother. What up? What up? We were talking about David, or Katherine. Now we're talking about David. And somebody was asking why I was thinking that he can't talk anymore, Abi. And he's sick, dude. He's sick. I literally, you know what my gut instinct tells me? Like, he's laying up in a fucking bed somewhere and Michelle's like having to feed him and put oxygen on him all day. That's what my gut instinct is telling me. He's very sick. Fully baked potato. What up? What up? What do you guys think? What do y'all think about David? Where do you guys think he's at? Almost a year ago, Abi, when he came out and called me a pussy. And that I was going to die if I didn't repent. He's like, you're going to die, Rich Holmes. I'm like, yeah, sure. But that was his last live. Yep. But we were just talking about how he's very sick. Yeah. That's what I was saying. Like, the last time I seen him, the last mental image I have of David is him looking up at a camera at the screen off channel to make sure he had the fucking lower third up so nobody could see how big his legs were. And he literally had to fucking, you could watch him, he's like, lift his fucking leg up onto this ottoman so he could lay back and take all the fucking pressure off his chest because he is in such piss poor shape, dude. Like David's probably got like a nutritional specialist telling him what to eat, but he ain't listening. I don't know, Brandon. You lost me at fucking divisible. So yeah, we were talking about. I think he is, Aaron, just not in good shape, bro. Just not in good shape. I think he's very, very sick, man. Yeah. Nope. That's yeah, fully baked potato. Yeah, his heart's failing. Yeah, sitting around like he was, sitting around like David. Oh my god. Like I'm researching like cardiovascular disease all day because I'm very interested in it. It's a very big issue in America, and I look at David. I'm like, holy shit, man. Like the blood in David's heart isn't pumping all the way through his body, right? Now, what happens when that happens? Your heart starts dying. If your heart isn't getting if your heart isn't getting blood, guess what? It starts dying on you. It starts fucking falling apart. You know what, dude? He could have had an amputation. Fuck. You never know. You never know. A diabetic amputation, absolutely. Atherosclerosis, yeah. He could have CPD. Yep. He could have CPD. Um, for sure, diabetic, man. That that overweight, he's very unhealthy, man. Hang on a second. Yep, but yeah, that's. I mean, an amputation. That's my uncle when he passed. That's what ultimately started it was an amputation. It was a diabetic foot ulcer, and it started with an amputation, and it went downhill from there. That's how it went, man. It went just like that, and I could see that happening to David, getting a diabetic foot ulcer, right? Because he doesn't fucking take care of himself, just laying around like a fucking slob all day, and getting an ulcer on his foot, not taking care of it getting infected, and starting going gangrenous, and then they'd fucking have to amputate his foot, right? Absolutely. It typically that's how it starts, man. When you get diabetic foot ulcers, it's horrible, man. They turn it. It's horrible, and David isn't taking care of himself. I know that for sure. David's not gonna go out and eat a fucking salad, man. The only salad David's gonna eat is a French fry salad because it looks like he's like, hey, this looks like a salad. But David, not gonna take care of himself. But yep, he could be suffering from a multitude of chronic conditions, man. I would never, based off what we've seen, he's in very poor health, guys, and we probably won't see him again. I think Aaron Olson, you could be onto something though. Starting with like some kind of foot ulcer, right? And it getting infected because diabetics like they heal real slow. Like it's worst case scenario for somebody like David to get a foot ulcer. But all right, you guys, I'm gonna wrap it up. It's dinner time. I'm hungry. Catch you all in the next live, man. Thanks for tuning in. Have a good evening.